Today I'm going over the 15-piece rectangle magnetic parts trays. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. I would normally show the trays in hand, but I can't record them on camera this time, so a simple screen walkthrough will have to do. Still, the goal here is to show what you actually get and how it feels to use these trays day to day without sugarcoating anything. These trays are small, about 3.7 by 2.5 inches with a 1-inch depth.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
At first, they look almost too small, but that size works when you're dealing with screws, nuts, bolts, clips, drill bits, and the usual shop clutter that disappears the moment you set it down. The red finish is clean and simple. It's not anything fancy, but it does make them easy to spot on a messy workbench. The steel body feels sturdy enough for light shop use. They aren't heavy-duty in the way larger trays are, but they can handle the basics without bending or feeling flimsy. The magnets on the bottom are the main thing people care about. They're strong for the tray's size. If you set them on a steel bench, tool cart, or even the side of a cabinet, they stay put. There's no wobble unless the surface is dirty or uneven. On vertical surfaces, they hold fine when loaded with small hardware. But if you push them with anything heavier than a handful of screws, they can slide. That's normal for trays this size, but it's worth keeping in mind if you're expecting them to behave like big magnetic bowls. The set includes 15 trays, which sounds like overkill until you start using them. Having a lot of small trays around the shop means you can split hardware by type, by job, or by tool. When you're working on something with many small parts, having several trays laid out keeps everything in order. That said, if you need larger storage or something with sections, these won't solve that. They're simple, open trays with no dividers, which is both their strength and their limit. The paint finish is decent, though not perfect. On some trays, the edges feel a bit rough or the coating looks thin. Nothing that affects use, but you notice it when you line up all 15. The magnets are recessed, which helps keep the bottom from scratching surfaces, though the metal edges can still leave marks if you drag the tray across softer surfaces. In daily use, they do exactly what they promise. They hold small metal parts and stick to most metal surfaces. They help keep the work area clean, they reduce the number of screws that end up on the floor, and because the set includes so many, you don't have to move the same tray from station to station. Still, if you expect premium machining or a thick powder coat, this isn't that kind of product. It's a practical, simple set meant for light shop work. One thing I like is how easy they are to stack when not in use. They nest well, and because they're small, they don't take up real space in a drawer. But stacking does separate the magnets slightly, so sometimes they cling together more than you want and you have to pry them apart. Not a big issue, but noticeable when you're in a rush. Overall, these trays are useful if you need a bunch of small magnetic holders around your workspace. They aren't perfect, but they're practical, and the size is good for everyday tasks. If you expect them to replace bigger trays with stronger magnets, they won't, but if you just want lightweight holders for hardware while you work, they're fine. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more reviews.